Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Still Talking Podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Smith. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today is our very first weekly podcast. You had to slam your phone down?
Sorry. Yeah, that was a bad deal.
Rude as fuck.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Well, I mean, get a better
This is
table.
our very.
Can't have nothing nice.
This is our very first video podcast. So, as everything else that we have promised you guys, we have hit it way beyond our appointed deadline. We said by early 2020. It's not even technically 2020. We're coming at you. I do apologize. We actually recorded another one on video. I made a rookie mistake. Like, it's kind of a learning game coming up. So this is going to be our first podcast. That's why I didn't get a chance to release it. But I'm going to release this one, tomorrow. We did release the Moolah podcast, though. So I kind
Check that out for sure.
I kind of considered that a little bit of a, you know what I mean?
Moolah.
And I'll also be dropping the D-Lo and Rhythm interviews tomorrow, too.
Shout out Bushwick.
Shout out Bushwick Production. Okay, so I guess first off is, I did want to give a special shout out to my friend Brandon Campbell.
Shout out Bam. Bam the producer.
Yes, my guy is a pioneer. He's doing wonderful things
Shout out
with
Bam.
music. He owns Spa Town Records. If you guys want to get a hold of him, his Gmail is brandon.paul.campbell@gmail, and I'll actually throw that down in the description for you guys. If you guys need any kind of music production, he's awesome.
Like official mix and sound quality production.
Without further ado, with me as always, my co-host, Max Harris, Brenner Smith.
Hey.
All right, you guys. How are you guys at Christmas? What did you guys do for Christmas?
Always family.
I'm telling you, bro.
I have so much. So we did Christmas Eve with her family, and then I did Christmas with mine.
I gotta say, I had a wonderful Christmas. It was really good. As someone
Yeah.
who grew to not like Christmas, like,
Now that you have a kid, though,
seriously,
it's
I really tried this year. I don't know, Christmas has always just seemed to be like the time of the year that, like, everyone gets crazy. I hate that it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Work gets shorter. You know what I mean? Less daylight outside. Everybody seems to be in a bad mood. You know what I mean? It was never really a good time of year. But I tried to really, put the effort into it for my kid. I really had a wonderful time. It was a really good holiday.
Yeah.
I really went all in. I bought a ton of decorations. We did the whole nine. Like we did for Halloween last year. I really, dove into it like that. And
It makes it really fun, especially whenever you see that they enjoy it. They enjoy it. My daughter's really into Christmas lights and stuff. Like on our road, on our way home, we have this people on our road that they easily probably spend a couple grand on Christmas lights and decorations, and they set it up every year, and it takes up their whole yard. And so she loves driving past them. We got to come to like a dead stop.
I'm down with putting
We
it
went-
up. I don't want to have to take it all down.
we went to one of those over on Deerview.
I'm gonna buy one of the when I get my own house and I decorate it myself. I'm gonna buy one of those things that's like a little ball that just shoots the lasers on your house.
Those things are really convenient. You had one for Halloween or something, didn't you?
Yeah, we had one for Christmas. We just never put it back up.
Yeah,
We
those
bought-
things are convenient
They're
as
not
hell,
We
bro.
bought
Yeah.
one, and they had like I think it was 24 holidays on it. It was a whole bunch. I mean, it was
man.
there was birthdays and anniversaries and it was a whole, or maybe what
Hanukkah.
St. Patrick's
Yeah,
Day.
but it was,
Yeah.
it was a whole bunch of crazy different ones. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
But yeah, we just didn't end up putting it back up because there wasn't a Thanksgiving one. I think was what it was. So we were like,
Just kinda went
fucking
back
all
into
of them.
storage. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
was like, not digging that back.
I think that was, I don't know what it
That's
was.
so fucking fun.
Well, it's one of those things.
He's like, it
No
could be,
Thanksgiving
it
lights?
could be like a completely different reason. Yeah, exactly. He's like, Nathan, how many lights are people putting up for Thanksgiving?
I'm not.
This is bullshit.
Throw it in the closet. Shout out Thanksgiving. That's my favorite holiday.
But
Do you like to eat?
I gotta say though, it was actually pretty cool. I've never really been comfortable at any kind of events. You know what I mean? I'm not really. I don't know. I'm not the most
Bro, I
comfortable.
always feel like I'm about to have a fucking anxiety attack.
Right? Yeah.
No, I
But
swear.
this year,
People tap me on the shoulder. I'm like, yeah, man.
my baby mama's family has or my fiance's family has really tried to make me feel welcome. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when I went to Thanksgiving, I pulled up. There was just a couple people that didn't really I feel like didn't really fuck with me too much.
Yeah.
And then they're gone now.
Been there.
And they're not coming back. So I was straight up. And then now there's this new guy that took his spot, and he's cool as shit, yo.
Well,
got-
'cause- well, it's
he's
also
cool.
because if he's the new guy, you're the OG.
Yeah, right.
So
And
he's trying to get in
cool
good
as
with
hell,
you
bro.
because
He's cool as
obviously
shit,
you've been
man.
here before.
No, he's a really cool guy anyway.
Yeah.
And I showed up to Thanksgiving. They gave me the remote. I was like, yo, you know how big
Yeah.
that is?
Yeah, right.
You know,
It's like,
yeah.
what's that? You were like, I don't even know what to do with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. My
Yeah.
fiance's like,
I'm not familiar
she-
with your guys' channels at all, but
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do my best.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. Like my fiance hears it, she's like, didn't even listen to it twice. You guys were like, what?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
when I
It
got
was
that
a
remote, I
test.
was like, I got the remote.
put
Yeah,
on
yeah,
full
yeah.
on.
You damn right.
That's the
Yeah,
test,
absolutely,
bro.
yeah.
We watched the
That
line.
was a test.
Yeah. I put on. I mean, all right.
The only thing you can put.
It's
Only
like a
thing
talk
to
show he
put
puts on, and they're like, you can fucking leave.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only thing that you
Yeah.
put on.
You can,
on
I hope
talk
you
show
have your
is-
keys.
He was like, give me the remote.
Yeah. Yeah. Get it back.
Yeah.
But nah, it was real cool because like normally when I go to their events, I like wait for everyone to like get their food and I like everyone we sit down eating and I like slide and get my
Yeah.
food. And this year I went to Christmas and I was so hungry. And as soon as the food was ready, I was like, I'm married. I was like, I'm engaged to one of you people. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm getting spooked.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
for sure.
it's gonna cost big money to get me out of this family. I'm getting some fucking food. Like,
Or no, her cousin was there. He was like, what's up? And I was like, I was gonna wait. I was like, but I proposed to one of you people. I was like, I'm definitely gonna eat. I was like, for sure. But no, they did a really good job of like making me feel really welcome. So I had a really
Yeah.
good Christmas actually. It was first time in a long time. Finally cut.
yeah,
Because this is just a shout out to anyone watching. I cut some family members out of my life that I thought were not going to be a good influence on my son, and it turned out that my holidays are now joyful, filled with love, and my son is never going to have to deal with any negative connotation to any holiday ever. Because I made a correct choice. You don't just have to let people be in your life because they're.
Yeah, no,
You got to do what's best for your kids. Do what's
Yeah,
best for
Yeah.
care for yourself. It doesn't matter who they are.
yourself. I know if there's people watching right now that
Don't
what I'm
agree with it.
There's some people, probably my family, that are watching this, and they're probably not too happy about that statement. But it is what it is, man. I
It is
made a
what it is.
choice because what's better for my kids. You know what I mean? And they contributed to me not liking Christmas.
Yeah.
Kind of,
You
sort of.
don't-
yeah.
So it's like I feel like I
You
was
want
like,
better for him, for sure.
yeah, what's that?
That's what life's
Just a
about,
little. Anytime I can
Yeah.
see a little opportunity.
like my son should be like in his 20s before he stops liking Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like-
yeah. I but for the most part, anytime I see a chance to like really kind of drop a little bit of knowledge that I've learned, you know, over the years, 'cause, God, it's just so crazy. Like you really think you know it all at 15. And I was telling someone, I was like, I'm so glad that I had a child at 22 because I see such a huge difference
It opens
between
your eyes.
me at 22 and me at 20. And then an even bigger difference between me at 20 and me at 18.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't even I couldn't even comprehend being a parent at 15, 16. Bro, like the knowledge that you gain, like it legitimately. I wasn't prepared, and I was 22 when my son was born. Or I might have been. No, I was 21. I was 21 when my son was born. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There
20
was even the
22.
difference between 20 and 21. I was like, all right, I've learned a lot of shit. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
was 23. Yeah, it's 20.
And it's like you're more seasoned. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like I haven't learned everything, and I definitely have a lot to learn. But I've learned some helpful stuff. So anytime I see a chance to throw a little nugget that might help you
Yeah.
guys out. But you guys too. Guys ever have any advice? Throw that out there. You know what I mean? Because this is kind of a
Nah, fuck that. I keep all.
Most people that know me would be like, don't take advice.
Yeah, definitely don't.
They'd be like, don't. They'd be like, he's a great guy to have around, but like verbally, don't
But
take
yeah,
advice
like
from
he's
him.
great to have around because he makes you feel better about yourself.
I just want this to be a diverse platform. You know what I mean? I want this to
Absolutely.
be like,
Yeah.
like I don't want us to be afraid to talk about anything. Like I said, that's why we're venturing out
Safe
into.
space.
We're no, I just mean like I just mean like legitimately.
Yeah, no,
Anything
no,
that-
Yeah.
Like
I'm
if you
joking
guys
and shit,
ever
but I'm
no,
not-
I know. If you guys ever have anything you feel is like important, like
Yeah, no,
like,
yeah.
you know, just, I can't even think of anything recently because nothing. I haven't.
Yeah,
seen,
if Nate doesn't agree, he'll just cut it out.
Yeah,
right.
it's all good.
At the end of the day, I control the
Trash
editing.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
you can
throw
say
it
whatever
away.
the
Whatever.
fuck you want.
Say whatever you want.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
I can work around.
I
it.
really don't like how this thing is being managed yet. Delete.
Yeah. Just make you sound really bad.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
cut out key parts of your statement to make you sound terrible.
Yeah.
That's
really-
actually
yeah.
not a bad idea. I bet I could do that.
I really don't like other countries, you know, and you're like, wow, Renner.
I bet I could really do that too.
Yeah, just take like other snippets of a time that I said something.
And you
just
can
like,
make a
yeah.
whole new sentence.
I could just subtract, like, do out the audio.
do it really badly to where it's like I'm wearing different clothes and like the shots
I said I could do that, and then I could like detract the audio, and we could just like play the audio. It would sound like he was saying it. It would just sound like he was actually saying it. I think it might work. Try it. But no, I wanted this to be a diverse platform, so that's why we're kind of doing the sports thing. You know, we're going to cover PF4, and we're doing we're doing the rap thing from Batty Moolah. We're covering that, the rap thing. You know what I mean? We're not doing the rap thing. Shout out to
my mixtape.
shout out to Bam. We're gonna have him on. I want to have him come on, and I was gonna bring me
and him were in a gang in middle school.
Oh my god. You were in a gang?
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it.
I was gonna say,
it was cringe as fuck. Now that we we were like
he's embarrassed as soon as he said he's like we were in a. Never mind.
Yeah, no,
never mind.
It was
we went to camp together.
It was me, him, and one other guy, and we were a.
Okay.
But it was like it was like a.
Better be careful with that Rico statue.
Yeah, are you even allowed to talk about it right now?
No, but it was like a spoof thing because we were like basically like we were in 5th grade and other people were gang banging for real, and it was like a spoof like, oh yeah, you're in a gang, bro. We're in a gang too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
represent multicultural gang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're in a gang too. Yeah, definitely. Like BSG, it was kind of like that,
dude. Oh yeah,
it was kind of like a joke thing.
That was a joke up until the moment we was fighting people in the street, and we was like, BSG,
BSG, good. Yeah, exactly. Like, we have to shout something. Like,
oh my god, that was crazy as hell. Shout out Austin Gibson. Or Austin Gibson.
Gibby.
Oh, shout out Gibby. Yeah,
Shout out
Austin
Gibby.
Isom. Oh my god.
Shout out Gibby.
Dude, you got stupid. We were at 16 years old. We were out there making a scene in the middle of the street. That was crazy.
Fuck, yo.
Even the DirecTV guy like put his shit in park and was like smoking a cigarette.
Shout out Brandon Leonard for stealing Nate's bed.
Oh my god, that was the most
he stole
just
the top like the mattress, the queen mattress off like the box spring and left the box spring, and Nate had 2 twin beds on top of the queen, and there was still a little gap like this much.
Yeah, like two twin beds is the size of like a king. Two twins together is like the size of a king.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We had
there was a gap where the box.
Okay. Or no, maybe it's 2 twin XL. No. That's it's
no, you're right. It was I'm sorry, try not to laugh.
It was so fucking hilarious.
It was a twin mattress.
Uh-huh.
And a fucking futon. Folded in half, right?
Yeah.
And it was like almost, bro. It was like kind of there, but there was still like a little.
And then there's a pool table in there too.
Oh my god!
And one year, and there's no heat. There's no heat in there. That was his like room. It was the basement, and it was his room, and there was no heat, no air in there. In the summer, it was all right.
That was my choice because I wanted to.
No, it wasn't like they were like go in the basement. It was because it was where
we had multiple bedrooms. I just chose. There was like a bedroom, or there was like.
That was where the pool table was.
Remember when I had the loft? There was like there was like an attic, bro, and you like walk up a flight of stairs and like the whole top deck of the house was like a loft.
Yeah.
And I used to stay up there, and then I moved to the basement because it had 2 walls of the basement were exposed, and they had huge bay windows and a door. I was like in a bathroom. I was like, yeah, I'm taking the basement.
Yeah.
Well, what it was is it was full of stuff, and we like cleaned it out. I was like, we'll clean this bitch out.
Yeah, we put a pool table down there.
Yeah. It was
one year for New Year's, we were all over there getting fucked up, and we were gonna stay the night. I mean, keep on, there's no heat there, but we're all drinking and shit. And you know, it's like.
So in the summer it didn't get that hot, but in the winter it was.
In the winter at night it get cold as fuck. Like when we're all down there partying. No, there's like 12 of us in the room. Then our body heat.
You're talking cold, but like. If you had a space heater, which I did, it was never cold.
No, it was never cold.
Yeah.
But that particular night, we all got fucked up, and we all left and went to my house because Nate was dating my cousin, and we were all staying the night at my house. And we left our friend passed out in Nate's room and took the fucking space heater.
Dude.
And we had to go back over there and get him the next day. My house was like...
I didn't even remember leaving him there.
No, I didn't either. He passed out really early.
Because I was like, why would I leave him at my house? You know what I mean?
Lane went home.
We left
Lane definitely went home. And he called me the next day like, hey, guys, can you come get me? And then we had to help him look for his keys.
Yeah, we found him in a
pile of throw up. Like, I guess he had dropped his keys and then threw up on him.
That's happened to me before, definitely.
He was like, okay.
Thrown up.
I've been there.
Yeah, earlier, I brought that story up.
No one's ever left me. I've definitely been where I was going. Like, I had already made it by the time I threw up.
We left. We left. don't feel responsible for it. But
He's like, I don't feel fucking bad at all. He's like, he was fine. There's nothing about
he
it.
was drunk. He didn't get cold.
I totally agree. Fuck it. I'm from Michigan. You don't think I ain't never been cold? Fuck it. Like, I'm doing fine.
Oh, no joke. I'm so tired for half a second. I was like, you told me you were from Detroit.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
lying ass.
Still hadn't lied yet.
I saw a
Like,
post the other day, and it was like, if you know a true Detroit sports fans, give them a hug right now. And it was like all the Detroit sports teams. They've all just been doing so fucking trash.
they've been
The
doing
Lions
awful.
are terrible. The Pistons.
well,
are
that's to
terrible.
be expected. That the Lions are. It's when the Pistons are doing bad and the Lions and the Tigers are doing bad, and then
Flyers have
Yeah, the
better
Tigers are
wins.
like usually toward the top of the league.
They did
like,
shit.
yeah.
They did dog shit last
Yeah.
year.
Didn't it? Well, where they started going downhill was what they let go of Joe Cabrera. Oh wait, wasn't that the big? That was
And
the
then
big
they traded.
hit, right?
They traded Verlander to fucking to the.
the Tigers. The
No,
Tigers usually are
really?
always doing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. No, I
Verlander-
haven't even.
Like they
kept
did
up
that.
with
It was probably like 3. It was probably longer than 3 or 4 years ago. But it was like it was long enough that Verlander's been in 2 World Series for the
Yeah.
Astros now.
It's been a minute since I've really like kept up with baseball. I've kind of kept up with stats, but like as far as players, man, I couldn't say. I know Pujols retired. Didn't he? Yeah,
I think so this year. I think this was last year.
Oh, anyway, check this out.
I know
guys.
both the MVPs were from LA this year.
White Settlement, Texas. Church video of a gunman opening fire.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
5 armed men in the
Clapped that.
yeah clapped his ass.
Okay,
up.
so I think I know what kind of church it is, but let's just like, what is this? Like a Christian church, or do we know?
Texas, it could be.
I mean, it could be anything.
West.
Okay.
100%. I think.
So that narrows it down to like 4.
I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like Baptist, Christians, Catholics. Could be any one of those.
Pentecostal.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot. There's still a
Huge.
lot of them. That narrows it down to like a handful.
All right. So I figured out that on the first half right there, we did the same as almost last time, but I did get the audio. We just wasn't coming through the microphones. So still a learning process. It'll be fine. Like these microphones are just fine. That's what just happened. So
I was
we
wondering
just get
what-
fucked.
as no, we're fine. What it is you have to set this up for, like, you have to, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like you have to set it up a certain way to run the software and run these cameras, and you have to run the correct like audio inputs through it. And I did it incorrectly last time on one part, and I was so focused on doing it correctly on that part that I didn't plug in the other part. So we were recording through the microphones on the webcams. So we got the audio. It's fine.
Yeah.
I can just raise it or mess with it in the thing. But now we're on microphone audio. I just kind of had to
halfway
plug it
through,
in.
they're gonna be like,
Bet.
God, these guys sound so much better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're explaining it, so it's kind of. I just, I totally slipped my mind. Like I said, it's a learning process. Still a learning
Mhm.
process.
Always trying to get
Yeah, none of us majored in technology in school.
Definitely not. Anyway,
I didn't major
but
in that either.
yeah, that's the crazy part about the video is like he pulls out the shotgun and then I think he fires one shot and then like he gets boom, and the next thing you know, like the video, it cuts out obviously where he gets killed, but like, all of a sudden you see this guy pull out a gun and he comes around the corner and then the video cuts forward and then
Yeah.
there's like 4 guys with guns. I'm like, there's like 5 dudes in this church packing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They were like,
They were in Texas, bro. I bet there was more than that.
oh yeah, that's right. Even
I bet
Yeah.
half the
everything was-
The
congregation.
people on the other side of the
Yeah.
church are like, man, if he was in firing range, motherfucker. They're holstering other weapons. Yeah.
Onyx,
Their
everybody's
grandma's
hitting
like,
the-
I was going to fucking unload on him.
Dude, everybody
been
was
living
hitting
for
the
that,
deck
bro.
too. It was so funny because like you could tell the old dudes who like did something, they were like, yes.
Yeah,
They were like,
exactly.
thank
Yeah.
God. They were
Yeah,
like,
And that's
They've been
because
living
that's
for
how
that day.
that's how they're trained in Texas. They're like, if you don't have a gun, get on the ground so that
Yeah.
people with the gun have a clear set of sight. Like,
if you don't have a gun, hit
yeah,
the deck.
get
Someone's
the
got
fuck out of the way. Someone has a gun, and
Someone does.
they're trying to get a shot off. Like,
Yeah, that's a fact. Someone's got a gun. That's like this meme. It's like, why do people always like put the guns down and fight? It's like, yo, this Glock costs $570.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting shot.
spend a lot of money.
Somebody's
on this shit.
dying.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I seen one.
And then
that
they
was like that,
made
and
me
it was
wait like 2 days to get it. Like,
it was like, I'm gonna put you on a GoFundMe.
Oh my god.
He said this Glock costs $570. I'm finna put you on a GoFundMe.
That's he's a GoFundMe. God. But shout out that just goes to show that 2 years ago in Texas they had a shooting that killed like 32 people in a church.
Yep.
Now they passed a law that you can pack in a church.
Mm-hmm.
Dude pulls out a shotgun. What happens? We got 3 people shot. No confirmed deaths except for the shooter.
Yeah.
I'm taking that, son.
Which that's on him. That's on him, bro.
I'll take 3 injured, 1 dead if the dead guy's the shooter all day long over 30 people. You know what I mean?
Did they say in what he just fired off a shot and
Well, you can see
somebody
that-
got a couple of them got clipped?
I don't know. It
Pellets?
says there's not many details. Like I say, if you watch
Yeah.
the video, hold on. It,
Which I
you
totally
see
didn't
him
watch it.
with
Yeah.
the gun. All right, watch it. It's pretty much just like he's sitting in the back. He stands up and then he walks back to the guy and pulls the gun out. And that's kind of how it happens. It's insane. They said that they still have no motive. See, that's when he approaches him. He's like talking to him and he steps back with the shotgun. Dude, you see that guy jump up in the corner?
Immediately, he's like, I'm
he
ready
was
to
like-
go.
He was like, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker.
Yeah.
He had the
Yeah.
strat. He
Oh,
was like-
hell yeah. It's like that meme of like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Dude, and it was so funny how quick dude threw his little jacket back. Like he had to be like a cop or something. He was like, he was on
He was
his
ready
gun
to go.
so
Under,
fast.
under stress and everything.
You got to be stupid. Like
No, he wasn't stressed at all. That boy was ready to go. He wasn't sweating it a bit.
That's what's crazy,
bro.
is, like,
Old
he has to-
people and kids and all
he
kinds of
legit
shit.
has to be mentally, like there has to, like not like anything like bad. But I'm saying like he has to have had, like there has to be a mental like problem. There has to be a mental health problem. You know what I mean?
I
To
mean,
me,
the whole place
that-
is full
there
of
has
nothing
to-
but the elderly
You're gonna
and like
rob
children.
a church
Yeah.
in the middle of Texas? You know what I
Bro,
mean?
to me, anybody that
I don't even
like
go
any
into
of the
Texas.
any of the shooting shit, they all have to have mental health. Anybody that thinks that something like that is the answer to like whatever problems you have going on, they're not. Something's wrong mentally. It just has to be.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I mean, it may not be like a major like mental, but I mean, like you're under a lot of distress.
Something's going
You've
on.
made
You're not
you've made a
functioning
decision
properly.
not in your right state of mind.
Yeah,
you know what
something
Okay.
is off.
The guy that stood up, that I was like, he even looked like a cop because the way he threw his thing back. It says right here, the man that shot him was an armed guard, and the guy that
Okay.
stood up closest to him and threw his shoulder back to grab that gun really quick was probably the dude that shot him.
I mean? Yeah.
The guy, I was like, dang, he had some training.
Yeah.
That's probably the armed guard.
They're like, you have one job other than to listen to my sermon, and that is to gun down anybody that gets close to me.
2 people were hit at point blank range with a shotgun.
Okay, yeah. So that's
Oh, it appears the gunman was the one left alive.
oh.
Wow. Okay, this is an update. That sucks.
Yeah, it says 2 people were killed and the 1 person is still alive, and the guy alive is in critical condition is
sucks.
the gunman.
So I had it backwards.
Damn.
That sucks. I had it backwards. I mean it, but then again, 2 versus 31. How many people are in that church? You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I mean, still,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's
That's terrible. I mean, it's
well, and I
awful.
mean that's a tale as old as time. I mean, you know what I mean. The Vikings used to roll up on the Catholics and the Christians, and they'd attack them while they were in
In
church
service. Yeah.
because you were not allowed to bring your weapons inside. So they would literally roll up on the church, and all the weapons would be lined up on the wall, and they would just walk in and take the entire village, pretty much the entire town. And I mean, that's how are you going to defend yourself? So I mean, that is a big difference of what it could have been.
2 people dead, and there's like at least 100 people in that church. Look at the preacher, horizontal.
Yeah,
The preacher
Yeah.
is horizontal.
he's done. He's out. He's like
He was like, he was like, everybody get up.
Holy Ghost.
I think,
Down.
I think I seen him shove one of the choir boys out there
Right.
in front of him before he...
He's hiding underneath
Yeah.
people.
You're down a holy
Young
cause.
Toby.
He dives toward the front row, like grabs somebody, pulls him on top of him.
Yeah.
He's like, "Come here, I'll save you."
You, I
Body
didn't see you put.
shield.
Yeah, I didn't see you put any money in the collection plate. Come here.
But okay, Nick Young got engaged. Congratulations.
Look at him rocking that jacket.
Is that to the... I don't really keep
Look
up
at
with
that
Nick
big
Young.
ass smile on his face, and she's not smiling at all.
Who was he with? Because like the reason that Magic Johnson and the Lakers traded D'Angelo Russell was because he went behind and told Nick Young's girlfriend that he was cheating on her. Did you know any of this?
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was he? Was it one of the Kardashians that Nick Young was dating then, or was it this chick?
It was that chick.
It was Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, he was.
Iggy Azalea.
He was fucking with Iggy Azalea, but he was
Really?
That's his baby mom.
I didn't know anything about that.
Or I think so. I think because that's his
Or, I
baby
mean, I didn't
mom.
know.
Like that's his baby mom.
Oh, I
So-
don't know. I'm pretty sure he was dating Iggy Azalea, and him and Iggy Azalea broke up because of D'Angelo Russell. Maybe
that
he was messing
it.
around with his baby moms.
Maybe I mean
And
I know Iggy Azalea was the one in the story. I just can't remember.
but I
what
do
she
know
was
that's
doing.
why D'Lo got sent
Booted.
Yeah, because
Booted.
Because he did that-
honestly, if you're the team captain and you're the team leader, and it wasn't like he went to him and was like, "Hey, boy, you're doing wrong, bro. That's fucked up. You need."
He
He,
just
he
went
like
straight to her.
he
Yeah.
leaked it to TMZ. He didn't leak it to the chick. He wasn't
Yeah.
like
when
hey,
Kobe
leak
Bryant
it to
says you
TMZ.
crossed the line, you're
That's
done.
bro. Like
you know what I mean?
You're
done.
out. You're out. Kid.
like
Kobe was like, that ain't cool, man. I was like, he's done. They're finna cut his ass.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I don't care if he's playing, how he's playing, or even if he's in the game.
and
son.
at that time,
you're
it
not
wasn't-
playing well enough.
If
You know,
Kobe
like, yeah,
says
yeah,
it,
you're
if,
done, bro.
if Kobe feels like you ain't, you know what I'm saying? I feel
At
like
that
if Kobe
time,
has a say, Kobe's
He was
done.
like his second or third year in the league, and he wasn't what he was
Yeah.
in Brooklyn. He was just
man, he's not even playing anymore.
he plays for Warriors. Is he hurt or something?
Swaggy P?
No, Nick Young. Oh
Yeah.
no, I don't think
Oh,
so.
I was like, Swaggy P don't even play.
I thought he was talking about D'Angelo Russell. I was gonna say
Oh,
he plays for
no.
Warriors.
Yeah, I know he does. I was like,
I don't know
definitely
if he's hurt or
doesn't
not.
play. Swaggy P
Seems
does
like their whole team's hurt.
Obama has been making movies. Obama's been making movies. I'm gonna go watch some.
For Netflix.
I'm hyped. I had no idea. I swear to God, I had no idea.
It says more
What's it?
indies
What,
kinda light on Netflix.
do we even know anything about what he's in?
Yeah, he's making.
No, it says he announced his favorite movies of the
Yeah,
year.
no, I know. I was saying I read this earlier.
He's
or
making a
something like
movie
that.
for real.
Yeah. Okay. One of the first projects Barack and Michelle have produced under their recently announced multi-year deal with Netflix has already gotten tons of praise. It's called, what was this called? American Factory? I think that's what it was called.
Maybe.
So yeah, no,
yeah,
go back
right
up.
there,
Go back.
American Factory.
Yeah, but go back up. So it says, resurrected by a Chinese company which integrates their own factory workers with Americans and which proves to be a cultural clash. Okay. So, it's a GM plant. Okay, so it's down home America, son.
Yep.
Which would
That's pretty
American
cool.
Factory.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, I'm
That's
I mean, I'm definitely gonna give it a chance. I definitely watch
Yeah, I'll
it.
go watch it. His
I-
favorite movies of 2019.
I'm super excited to do the political podcast where we like go into our political stuff because, like I said, just for everybody listening, I'm probably a lot more right than most people think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not that left.
Is he talking about Watchmen? Is he talking about the show? Right over
TV
here. The
show.
Irishman is a fantastic movie. Ford versus Ferrari looks amazing.
Yeah, I want to see Ford v Ferrari.
versus Ferrari. It looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
But Watchmen,
like
he's
Ma-
got to be talking about like the Hulu original or something. Doesn't Hulu or Amazon or somebody have like a Watchmen original out off the comic books?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe even on
This is
Netflix.
one of the things I was going to talk about. Wait, what were we talking about?
What, My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding?
No, the twin guys who were the star of that show committed suicide together. The
Really?
two twin brothers found in
Scroll
a
down.
joint suicide. They were it was a British show, but I mean, it's
What is a gypsy?
that's crazy.
what it is it's like Irish families that come. Irish are considered like gypsies, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Kind of, sort of. Like if you like the Peaky Blinders is like one of the best examples of that. Irishmen.
Well,
that,
when the Irish came, they weren't slaves,
yeah,
but they were like just short of. It's what do they call it? Indentured slaves,
Yeah.
to where they were paid, but it was like a ridiculously low amount.
yeah.
Most of the time, they would either live in the house as servants, or they were just dirt poor on the streets. So, I mean, they weren't slaves, but it was close. So, I mean, they're just considered trash.
Yeah.
Like throughout history, they're always like, "Oh, Irish trash." It's always Irish trash.
And gypsies are well, they're not always Irish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
they're
from-
culturally very, but they're
gypsies are-
Russian,
gypsies are not-
Irish.
I guess what. Yeah, I guess it's like an umbrella word that you use for like nomadic people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're traveling,
Yeah.
fucking.
Traveling.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the only
It's a very
the only
broad-
context
yeah.
I have
Like
of
they're-
gypsy is on Fable. Whenever they're the gypsy people on the outside of town.
Well, and that's basically, I mean, that's
They-
how they look, but I mean, it's very, I mean, they come together, like the dialect that they used to speak a lot of the time back then was like broken and mixed up of like so many different languages. You could walk into a camp and you could have like people speaking like 5 different languages. You know what I mean?
There's a. Okay, I guess I'm really tired. I just kind of forgot what I was.
But they
No, I'm
committed
super tired,
suicide.
too.
How did they commit?
So
suicide?
it's a show about Irish,
okay.
Irish people coming.
What it is like Irish people come. Either I don't really know too much about it, but they pretty much like they have their weddings and like the show is pretty much about them trying to keep their heritage, their Irish heritage, like alive in the wedding. It's like I'm assuming since it took place in Britain, it's like Irish gypsies in England trying to keep their culture.
Like modern day Peaky
Yeah.
Blinders. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. You know what I mean? So, like I said, these guys are Joe and Bill Smith, 32-year-old siblings.
And so one of them was going to be the groom.
No, they were they were on the show.
They were the host?
They were the host.
Oh, the host. Okay. All right. Sorry.
They were. I think they were the gardeners because you know what I mean. They set up the landscape and shit like that.
Yeah,
I think that's what they did. They were found hanging from trees in Seven Oaks, England, at an apparent joint suicide.
That's so crazy, dude.
That's fucking wild.
Like suicide in itself is so crazy, but to have like 2 people that close to
Twins.
family
Twins.
and just be like, you know what I mean? Agree on something like that is, yeah.
They started on the 3rd season. They started when they were 24 years old, working as gardeners. Okay.
My big fat
Yeah.
gypsy wedding.
Followed the lives and tradition of Irish traveler families for 3 seasons. Okay.
From 2011 to 2015.
Cops are confident there are suicides. You think 2 twins?
So they
killed
just
them?
now did this, though? So they've been off the show for a while, obviously 4 years? Or how old is this? Yeah,
2011
2019.
to
This is
2015.
today.
Yeah,
this is
okay.
today.
Yeah, no. And I'm just making sure because it
Yeah,
says
yeah,
11 to 15. So they've been off the show for a while.
5 stabbed in a hate crime.
Yeah, this dude attacked 100 people at a synagogue. We're kind of running out of time. That is terrible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, got
we're not going to spend too much time because they did link back up. Even the people that he attacked, everyone linked back up, and they rejoiced. And they quoted to the news that they weren't going to let any kind of hate or any kind of prejudice keep them from,
Mazel tov.
being who they are. Mazel tov, and they celebrated, and it was all
That just means
wonderful.
congratulations.
Not,
right?
yeah,
Am I using
yeah,
that
I mean,
right?
I'm not 100% sure I'm using that right, but
And that
they know it's
is-
nothing but love.
Yeah.
That
I
is-
didn't mean that, Nita.
That is the scary looking guy.
That is a scary looking gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's got some red ass eyes, man. I don't know if
He
he's been
needs to get a
crying or
haircut.
smoking.
He needs to get a good fade going on that.
All right.
All right.
There was one last thing I feel like I wanted to talk about. What the fuck? Oh,
I thought
yeah.
You just said we were running out of time.
Yeah, but there is this kid who was on Disney Channel that, like, hit a homeless person with his car.
Uh-oh.
Word?
Yeah, and he
Wait,
was
I
facing...
thought I saw that right there.
Oh, yeah, right here. Okay, boom.
Yeah,
Disney
I
actually-
like briefly saw the word Disney.
Yeah.
Devin
Devin
Leos.
Leos explains plea deal in attempted murder case.
Scroll down. Let me see the picture. Okay, so I have no
video.
idea who that is.
But check it out. This dude says he was defending himself, but the homeless dude kicked his car, so he tried to hit him with the car, went down the street, turned around, tried to hit him again, turned around, went down the street, tried to hit him again, turned around, came back down the street,
Very defensive.
hopped up on the curb, then hit him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very,
it-
very defensive.
He turned around 3 times, legitimately tried 4 attempts, turned around 3 times, got him on the last
He's
one.
like, I couldn't quite decide where I wanted to go the whole time, scared for my life. And then eventually I was like, I'm going to fucking hit the 7-Eleven up the street.
In the
So I
US
went north.
He was like, yeah, I totally hit this homeless dude when I could have not hit him because I was already away in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They said he had a knife and shit. But I'm like, dude, when you're, you know what I mean? Like, And the U.S. government was like, you know what?
Who doesn't have
You know
a
what,
knife?
young man?
Like, at least.
So you know what, young man, you're right.
Really? He didn't get any charges for that?
I got probation.
White privilege.
Fucking white privilege.
And then it's really bad when they're wearing stuff like that. Man.
Look at the motherfucker.
It just makes
dude.
you mad.
I want
Fuck
to kick
him.
his ass.
I do want to kick his ass.
If I ever see a grown man wearing those, I will. Punch
Is this
in
him
his face.
talking after or before or what is it?
Look at that! Look at that ugly mustache.
I would
No, I know
punch
what
him
you're
in the
saying.
fucking face.
This is the meme that I post where it's like, girls, you're letting your heart get broke by people with beards like this.
Yeah.
What is he from?
I don't know. Is that him
the
right
Mighty
there?
Med. Mighty Med.
I don't know what Mighty Med is.
Yeah, we're too old.
Yeah, it
for
looks
that
like Disney XD right there, so I haven't
shit.
seen a
we are
second of
way
Disney
too old
XD.
for that shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy saying we're too old for that shit.
Hey man, back in my day, you could buy cigarettes at 18.
Swear to God.
You can't do that shit no more.
Dude, I remember buying beer at 18. This guy at the gas station was like, "Should a deal on that beer?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Hell yeah." I was like, "Fuck it." I tried and I grabbed one and he was just like, straight up. It was just
Yeah.
like, "Let me do it." And ever since then, I was like, and then I remember the dad turned 21 and I was excited to go in there. I was like, "Oh, fuck, I can't show him my ID." I've been buying liquor here for
a
3
while.
years.
Yeah,
I was
right.
like 3 years in, yeah. I was like, "He doing?" Like,
I have
"Good."
never had a problem getting served an alcohol
Yeah.
in Arkansas, like anywhere in Arkansas.
Shout out to the South, man. I think we're gonna get ready to call it done. This has been
Let's
about
get
a
it.
35-minute podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys joining us for our
Yeah, for
very
sure.
first video podcast. Like I said, still a learning process. I apologize about the audio. We'll have it next. I promise. Next episode, it'll be fixed perfect. We've had major problems getting. It's mostly been me trying to get the audio and the video on the same track. It's been as you can tell, we've had several different camera angles and several different types of cameras and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. So
For sure.
got a lot going on, but we are trying to get it figured out. Thank you guys for tuning in. And depending on how it goes, we may or may not have went live and did a little 2K. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't seen our bad jokes and dad jokes or the Matty Moulin interview, go check us out on YouTube.
Nice.
Go check us out on Buzzsprout,
Mm-hmm.
Apple Podcast, Google,
Share it.
Castro,
Shit ton
Castbox,
of
Caster,
Share it.
Castbox, all that. You guys have a wonderful night and Merry Christmas from me and all of us here at
Happy
Weird
New
At
Year.
Beard
the Weird
Production
Beard
Studios.
Production.
You guys be on the motherfucking lookout for that merch.
Exactly what I was
The
saying.